Lovelies, welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to talk about a love letter of peace. So what does peace mean to you, right? So it's very tranquil, softness, gentleness, a time of reflection, a time of loving and caring, nurturing, softness. Those are the things that I think about when I think of peace, right? When people say I need peace of mind, they mean that they want to be, away from any kind of negativity or, toxicity or violence, a still softness, a breeze in the wind. Those are the things that I think about when I think of peace. And, it's so needed today. We are, as a collective, surviving through so much turmoil in the world. And I just want to first commend each and every one of you who is striving to do their best every single day, showing up every single day. I want to commend you because it's not easy to do that. And, peace is something that we definitely need in our world, in our homelands, wherever you are, wherever this video travels, wherever you are hearing my voice. Know that you are loved, that you are unique, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. And I say those things because that truth cultivates peace. When we know who we are, when we know, our purpose and our reason for being, that gives us a modicum of peace, right? And we understand that we can't control everything that happens in the world, but what we can do is control, what we do, the type of person that we are, right? The definition of peace in the dictionary, right, is a freedom from disturbance, tranquility. It's a state or a period in which there is no war or a war has ended. And unfortunately, my loves, there is a war going on, specifically in Russia, or in the Ukraine, I should say, in the Ukraine. Russia is enacting war upon Ukraine. And it's very disheartening because, there's a lot of innocent civilians that are being, attacked, dislodged, murdered. And, as a collective, I definitely pray for them. I'm really glad that the world is rallying around the Ukrainian people. It's very heartwarming. And that gives me peace. At the same time, I hope in the near future that the world can rally around other refugees that are seeking the same asylum and that are seeking the same peace, the freedom from war and violence, right? Whether, they're Haitians, Afghanis, Syrians, whoever. It doesn't matter because we're all human beings and we all need each other. We're all interconnected. And that's what I want. Like, I want, our collective humanity to be recognized. I want all of us to find our place under the sun, place under the waterfall, so to speak, right? It's very peaceful to be standing underneath a beautiful waterfall, to have, this glorious, body of water to rain down upon you. It's very refreshing. It's renewing. It's wonderful feeling. And so I wish that upon each and every person that is listening to me, whether that's literal or metaphorical. If you are not near a body of water, I know that I'm not. I'm in a landlocked state. But when I do have the opportunity to travel and to visit and to see waterfalls, they bring me a level of peace. And um, it's a beautiful feeling. So I wish that upon each and every person out there. Um, so yeah, reading the Bible gives me peace. Praying gives me peace. Being with loved ones and friends gives me peace. Warm blankets, puppies, they give me peace. And so I definitely want that for, each and every one of you out there, wherever you are, eating good food. I remember, I used to live in Italy for a short period, but being there and having the opportunity to travel to even different countries while I was there was very um, eye opening, and it was a glorious experience. And I will be forever grateful um, for my time there. And it was very peaceful. Most of some of it was adventurous. I'm just gonna be honest. Some of it was adventurous, but most of it was very peaceful. And I will always be grateful for that time. And like I said, the opportunity to not only be in Italy. I lived in northern Italy for a time. I lived between Venice and Milan, and I got a chance to visit those cities, which was glorious. Venice multiple times. The food was amazing. The people were very warm. Most of the people, I should say, just want to be upfront and but most of the people there were very warm and accepting and peaceful. But having the opportunity to go to Switzerland and France and um, Monaco and Slovenia and different places in Europe, I am blessed. But I also recognize that how peaceful the people were. We had there were carnivals that we attended. There were celebrations that we attended, and during that time, it was a time of peace. There was no war in Europe, and so yeah, definitely my thoughts and prayers are with the Ukrainian people who unfortunately are tasked with the duty to defend themselves and protect themselves and their families against an invasion, against a war. And so aside from thinking about peace in opposition to war, I think about peace in our own internal bodies, right? In our own internal minds. Mental health is something that is it's a hot topic right now. I'm glad that it's finally being addressed in our lifetimes. I feel like it's been a subject that's been taboo for way too long because our brains are a huge part of who we are. I mean, our mindset is, everything, right? It can literally change someone's trajectory of life. And so I think that a lot of focus should be on our mental health, what we think, how we think, the messages that are being, delivered to us daily are so important. And it's so important, you guys, to protect your mental health. Therapy is something that's being destigmatized, which is I'm so thankful because I mean, seeking therapy bettering yourself, seeking to be the best version of yourself possible is admirable. It's so important. And I really commend everybody who has the courage to, if you have had trauma in your past life, to seek therapy, to put the pieces of your life together. There's no shame in that. I don't know why there was. I mean, I guess that in the West, specifically in the United States, there is this ideology of, this rugged toughness and, individualism, pull yourself up by the bootstraps and all that craziness. But the truth is, nobody can make it on their own. We're not meant to live alone, to be alone. We are um, a social species, right? Like, we're a social people. And putting the pieces of our lives together, those that may have been shattered in the past, there's no shame in that. Tranquility is something to be, it's a goal that we should strive for, right? It's optimum. So I definitely encourage each of you to, find something that gives you tranquility, right? Whether it's like a long, warm, hot bath by candles with, plants, a spa day, or even, like a do it yourself type of thing at home. I love, cutting cucumbers up, putting them on my eyes, like a at home steam facial, just boiling hot water and kind of, letting the steam, run over my face, to open up my pores, and then doing treatments with my face and my skin that way. Um, you know, Making sure that you're really conscious about what you put in your body, being, conscious of what we listen to, what we view. All those things affect ourselves, not only physically, but mentally, right? And spiritually. So, continue, like deep breathing practices. I've talked about it many times before, but I mean, therapists, and psychologists and psychiatrists, they definitely all approve and stand by like the 4 count box or square breathing method, which is like 4 counts in, slowly exhale for 4 seconds, hold it, exhale for 4 seconds, and then, give yourself a 4 second, break in between. And it's that 4x4 um, practice that is helpful to us, not only physiologically, but mentally. So I try to practice that often as I can. um, so with that being said, I hope that you found this love letter to be peaceful. Take care of yourselves and each other. As always, be gentle and kind with yourselves and others. And I will talk with you next time. Thank you so much for being here. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you later. Take care, loves. Goodbye.